in this video we will see the dangling else problem and its solution. So dangling else problem is actually occur due to the ambiguous grammar of dangling else. So let's consider this grammar. So this grammar is of covering the all type of if statement, that is simple if else statements, nested if else and else if later. Okay, so let's consider this grammar. So statement 2, if expression then statement. This will cover all the simple if statements and all the else if later also. Okay, and second is if expression then statement, else statement or other. So over here the other is covering all other kind of statements. Okay, so by looking at this grammar we'll get that over here the grammar is discussing the different types of if statements. Okay, now let's see whether this is an ambiguous grammar or not. Okay, so for that let's consider one string. So the string is if A, then if B, then C, else D. Okay, so while we look at this statement and when we want to derive this string from the given grammar, we can analyze that we have two options. Okay, so by looking at this grammar we can get that either if A, then full this part is a part of then statement. Okay, so in that case if we consider this full statement as a then part, then this tree can be derived from the first option, that is if expression then statement. Okay, so if we are covering that or then we get this tree like statement to if expression then statement. Okay, so this is the first option where we have considered this part of a statement in the then part. Okay, so we are getting this tree like statement if expression then statement. Now this expression is simple A and statement is again. So now from this part, okay, we can say that if expression then statement else statement. Okay, so this statement can be derived from the second option, that is if expression then statement else statement. Okay, so we have derived the tree based like that statement if expression then statement else statement. Okay, further we have derived expression to B, statement to C and statement to D. Okay, so we have get that this is the first tree parse tree possible for the given string from the given grammar. Okay, and now the second possible tree is a case where we consider if expression then statement else statement. Okay, so in the first part we are considering it as a simple if where we take the full part as a substatement, and second possible derivation is one way in which we considered the statement as if expression then statement else statement. Okay, so let's consider let's see the second derivation. So we'll get that statement to if expression then statement else statement. Okay, so again in this sub statement we derive it as if expression then statement. Okay, and finally the statement to D. Okay, over here also we can derive expression to A, then expression to B, statement to C and D. So likewise we are getting the two tree for the given statement. Okay, so we can say that the given grammar is ambiguous grammar. So actually if we considered the programming language, then always the else is attached with the nearest if. Okay, but over here due to this grammar the confusion is the else should be considered with which of the if. Okay, so that problem is called as dangling else problem. Okay, so due to the ambiguous grammar, the else can be attached with any of the if. Okay, so due to that we are getting the two different trees. Okay, two different parse tree to derive the same string. So it is ambiguous grammar and this problem is called as a dangling else problem. So the problem is with which if the else can be attached. Okay, so if we follow the programming language, then In that, the else is attached with the nearest if. So actually, if we see both of this tree, then we'll get that the first tree is the preferred one. Okay, the first one is the correct one. So now we are interested in resolving this ambiguity. So how we can rewrite the grammar so that we can get only the preferred tree. Okay, so let's see the solution to this tanglegan's problem. So we know that whenever we considered any if statement, there are two possibilities. The first is where the number of if is always equals to number of else. Okay, so there is a one kind of if statements where we have a number of if is equals to number of else. Second is number of if is not equals to number of else. Okay, so second category, that is a simple if or nested if else statement where it is possible that the number of if is not equals to number of else. So when we consider the if else statement, either the statement can be a one in which the number of if is equals to number of else, and second where the number of if and else are different. Okay, so we will call this statement where the number of if is equals to number of else as a match statement, and the number of if is not equal to number of else as a unmatched statement. Okay, so for match statement, in short we'll write MS, and for unmatched statement we'll write unmatched underscore S. Okay, so the statement can either be a match statement or unmatched statement. So by considering these two, we can write the unambiguous grammar. So over here, let's see the equivalent unambiguous grammar. So statement can either be a match statement or unmatched statement. Okay, now we have to think for what else can be there in a match statement. Okay, so a match statement is one where the number of if is equals to number of else. Okay, so we can call it as a match statement can be if expression, then match statement, else match statement. Okay, so always when we want to derive a match statement, it has even a nested if statement where the number of if should be equal to number of else. Okay, so for that reason we have written match statement, else match statement. Okay, and the other option is other, by which we can derive it to any other terminal symbol. Okay, so that is a match statement. Second is an unmatched statement. So unmatched statement is again have two options. One is a simple if. Okay, so simple if can be derived with this if expression then statement. Okay, and second is else if ladder or a nested if statements. So for that we can write if expression then match statement. So over here, if it is any match statement with equal number of if and else, then also one if is over here extra if. Okay, so in that case the number of if is not equal to number of else. Okay, else again unmatched statement. Okay, so over here the second part must be an unmatched statement. Okay, so we want to generate the statement in which the number of if should not be equal to number of else. Okay, and that's the reason we have selected this option. Okay, so these are the two options that can be there for the unmatched statement. Okay, now let's see whether or how many tree we can generate from this unambiguous grammar, or let's check whether this grammar is unambiguous or not. Okay, so for that let's consider the same string if expression then statement else statement. Okay, this is a statement. So now we want to categorize this statement into either a match statement or unmatched statement. So let's calculate the number of if and else. So over here we have 1 and 2 if, 1 and 1, so 2 if and 1 else. So number of if is not equal to number of else. Okay, we have a 2 if and number of else is 1. Okay, so this is my unmatched statement. Okay, so let's see how we can derive a string. So over here the starting symbol is statement. So let's start from statement. So statement 2, Now we get that this is unmatched statement. So statement 2, we have to select the second option, that is unmatched statement. Okay, now we reach to here unmatched statement. Now in unmatched statement we have a two option, if expression then matched statement, else unmatched statement. Okay, so we have, or we have option if expression then statement. Okay, so we have to consider this the first option. So let's check if expression then. So if we are selecting this, so over here the option says that if expression then always it should be a match statement. Okay, so here we have a match statement. So let's check if expression, if I am considering this sub statement to be a one statement, then it should be a match statement. And over here there is single if, there is no else. Okay, so number of if is 1 but the number of else is 0. So this is not match statement. It means that we cannot go with this option. Okay, because it is not covering the match statement. It means that we have to select the second option. Okay, so let's consider the second option. So the second option from unmatched statement is if expression then statement. Okay, so we have derived this part. See here, we have considered if expression then statement. Okay, so if expression then statement, derive this expression to a, now this statement. Now in this statement calculate the number of if and else. Okay, because from the statement we have two options, match statement and unmatched statement. So let's consider or let's calculate the number of if and else. So number of if is 1, number of else is 1. Okay, so this is categorized into a match statement. So let's write down match statement. Okay, now in match statement we have only one or two options, that is if expression then match statement, else match statement or other. So let's consider it if expression then match statement, else match statement. Okay, so if expression then again match statement, from match statement we will go to other, and from other means we have derived B. Okay, and else match statement we will go with other, and other, that is B. Okay, so for the given statement we can say that we have got only one tree. Okay, there is no other tree is possible to derive this statement. Okay, so we can say that this grammar is an unambiguous grammar of the ambiguous grammar of dangling else. Okay, so this is the dangling else problem, and its unambiguous grammar is its solution, where the string can be derived with a single parse tree. Okay, or ambiguity is removed by rewriting the same grammar. Okay, so hope this video will be helpful to understand how we can remove the ambiguity from dangling else ambiguous grammar. Thank you.